Hello, folks. Welcome back to the weekly wrap-up. I'm your host, James LEVASSEUR, and alongside me is Ricky ESANCY, and we're just going to get right to it. So the first card up is EVGENI MALKIN, a guy who's been in the NHL for quite some time now. 1,145 games played, 498 goals, 798 assists for a total of 1,296 points. He has 3 Stanley Cups, 2 Art Ross trophies, 1 Calder Memorial Trophy, 1 Conn Smythe, 1 Hart Memorial Trophy, and 1 Ted Lindsay Award. Obviously, Ricky, this guy, very well known, a lot of stats, a lot of awards to his name. What can you tell me about his card?
This card is a 2009 Upper Deck Be a Player card. It has a signature, which is pretty damn cool. It's handwritten, and the fade in the art into the player looks pretty nice. Not much to say about this card. It's kind of bland to me. Other than that, I would give it a 6. The player itself, I would give an 8, but the card is a 6.
Very fair rating, Ricky. I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I like the jersey. I like the fade. I like the player. Just everything about this card I like. So I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. And for our next card, we are going with a player that you probably haven't really heard about, Mr. Tom Wandel. And I might be mispronouncing that name. 229 games played, 20 goals, 23 assists, 43 points. He only played 5 seasons in the NHL. And in those 5 seasons, he only played for the Dallas Stars. Not a lot you can say about this guy. I didn't know who he was until I got the card. There isn't really much to say. What can you tell me about the card, Ricky?
This is also an Upper Deck. It's an SP Rookie exclusive. It's 2009, 2010. It's also signatured by him, and it's also handwritten. It is a make of 38 out of 100, so not that many of them. And I like the number in the logo, like right behind the signature. It just makes it nice. Eye-catching, I guess. My only dislike about this is the lettering at like the top. It looks bad and just bland. The card itself just looks older. This card, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, and the player, I'm gonna give a 5 because he's unknown. So, what do you think?
Definitely agree with you there with the unknown player. I'm gonna have to give this card a 6 out of 10 now. I'm going to go a little bit lower than you because I was hesitant with my rating, as you heard. But there isn't much you can say about the guy. The card, not really worth anything. Yes, he signed it himself, but he's not a well-known player. I didn't know who he was. I'm sure there's only really a few people that actually knew who this guy was and about his career. So moving on to the next card is a card that is similar to the Jonathan Quick card that we had. This is Marc-Andre Fleury.
This is my favorite card.
This is your favorite card? So Marc-Andre Fleury, 1,025 games played, 561 wins, 75 shutouts, 2.6 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage. He has 3 cups, 1 Vezina trophy, and 1 William M. Jennings trophy. Another guy who is well known in the NHL, stacked with the stats. What can you tell me about the card?
First off, I just gotta say, for his age right now, the .912 save percentage, that's impressive. Off the bat, I'm gonna say that this is a Pampini Peerless Patches card. It's 2012 gold patch auto, so that's pretty nice. It's a 25 of 40 make, which is also pretty nice, kind of in the middle there. And I just love this goalie. He's one of my favorite, and the gold is beautiful on there. Just great. The patch is a little bland, but that's okay because it's big in size, so that's definitely putting up value. Overall, it's just a good card. The only thing I dislike about it is the blandness in the patch, but other than that, my rating is going to be at 8.7. The player itself, 10 out of 10. Love this guy. His saves that he made is incredible. Actually, there was a story that came out today. So when he was in training camp for the Penguins, he kept the puck that Lemieux shot on him from training camp, and he kept it, put it in the back of the net, and then after practice, he brought it home and kept it ever since. Pretty cool.
Well, who wouldn't? You have a legend, you're a goalie, and you have an NHL legend, Hall of Famer shooting on you. Who wouldn't keep the puck?
I would keep it.
Before I give you my rating, I just have one question. Was the patch game worn?
It was.
It was game worn?
Okay,
so that definitely bumps up the value. So for my rating, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It reminds me a lot of the Jonathan Quick card that we have had in past episodes. Like the player, love what he's all about, love
Another
the story. Good goalie. So 9 out of 10 is going to be my rating, Ricky. And I say we just move on to the next card.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so a player that is a lot of Boston fans would know. He has gotten himself in a sticky situation last year. Mr. Milan Lucic, 1,177 games played, 233 goals, 353 assists for a total of 586 points, 1 Stanley Cup. And he's a guy who couldn't be really fast on the ice, but he really made up with that with being physical. And I forget what podcast he was on. I heard this. That was from him, and he said, I couldn't be really fast, but I made up with it with my physicality. And definitely,
I saw that too.
Very, very physical player. What can you tell me about this card, Ricky?
I love this guy. He's a goon. This is an upper deck SP rookie, and actually on the back it says 5P for 5 points in his rookie season. It's a gold patch auto. It's a make of 157 out of 999, and the gold around the card itself just makes it pop a lot better than I would usually think it would, because usually gold isn't that good. I'd rather silver. But it just makes this card 10 times better. The auto is handwritten and looks in good condition. The only thing I do not like about this card is the art design itself. It's just interesting to have with the gold border there. My rating, I'm going to give this card an 8.7. The player is near 9. I'm going to go 8.9 for him because of what happened recently. But other than that, I like this card. James, what can you say?
I can say that I'm going to give this card an 8.5. I do like the gold, the Bruins style on it. I like the away jersey. I think he is trying to come back into the NHL, though. I think he was spotted. Was he at a training camp for one of the teams?
I think it was Bruins, but I don't know how it's gonna happen.
I don't think it was the Bruins. I think it was a different team.
I don't know what's going on with Swayman.
I don't know. Swayman, if you are if anybody from the team of Boston that knows Don Sweeney, sign the contract with Swayman.
Yes, I'm feeling pain right now.
We are begging you, please just sign a contract with Swayman.
I need my Sway Bay.
We need him. Anyway, all right. So moving on from Milan Lucic, we have a legend, in my opinion, Mr. Nicholas Lidstrom, Hall of Famer, 1,564 games played, 264 goals, 878 assists for a total of 1,142 points, 4 Stanley Cups, 1 Conn Smythe Trophy, 7 James Norris Memorial Trophies, and he played for 20 seasons in the NHL, and he only played for the Red Wings, didn't play for any other team. So obviously, Ricky, another guy who is stacked with the stats and the awards. What can you tell me about this guy's card?
This guy's card is an Upper Deck SP exclusive Tools of the Game 2001. It is a patch. I don't think it's an auto, so that's not that good. But it's a make of 48 of 350. The patch is, I believe, a sponsor they had at the time. The only dislikes I have about it is it's really bland. The card has scratches, I think. I don't know if it's the case or not. Other than that, not much to say about this card. It's kind of just like a regular card, nothing to it really, just a signature. The card itself, I'm going to give a 6 player. I'm going to give it a 9 because he's a good player. He's a legend, like you said, James. What are you going to rate it?
I'm going to give this card a 10 out of 10. I like it's simple. I like how it's set up. I just really like the card. I really like the colors. I love the picture that they picked for the card. It's just a really nice card, and that's why I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap-Up. A great episode, a lot of players who are legends, if I may say. Make sure to follow our social media using the link in the description of this video. Thank you, Ricky, for being my co-host.
No problem.
And yeah, so I guess that's it. We are out of here.
See ya.